Everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. A couple random clips today. Battlefield, I taped a little bit. I finally inserted my backup wall general with all flats, and I captured it on tape. Got the reports, and I squeaked out like an extra 4 or 5 attacks, getting a lot of points. So if you look at him, I'll show you him. Basically, he's all flats, mostly ground and mount. That's preparing for the future when I do have lots of T1s, but I got a good amount that keeps me alive and good thick layers, 10 million each. Anyways, when the top troops are gone, I switch them up, and my dragon is all. Let's take a look. I believe it's all ground flats. Yes, all ground flats. So I switched it up and, anyways, had him on the wall and squeaked out some extra points. I'll show you that. And then just before that, in SVS, I'll show you a couple reports. We're playing against server 18. Very, very formerly elite server. They still have some very good players. And a couple fun things that happened here. So this guy was sitting at our temple, and I was trying to force port him home so that one of our teammates could hit him. And then he figured out what I was doing, and I think he started to drop his ghosts quickly, but I was attacking quickly, and I end up coming away, luckily, hitting his troops. And then there's the money shot, and I was hoping to send him home, and I wasn't sending too much at him either. And I was hoping that someone else would pick it up. I didn't know what happened. I was like, I see him bubbled in hive and he's zeroed. I was looking at the reports and no one got him. And I had to go back through my reports to see. And then also Cinnabon. Everybody knows Sinister OG Sin. So Sin beside him, and OG Sin does a little practice hit on me. I'm guessing, just trying to test my buff, see what it's at. So then I hit him, and I hit him just with low level. You could see only 50 million March. I'm kind of messing around with some low tiers, trying to attack people and just see what happens. I'm sending like mixtures of T11 to 1 archers and kind of playing around with the numbers and seeing what I can get. So it goes okay, slight win, and then he hits me and goes very, very well for me. He did not March buff though, so it would have went better for him if he did. And we'll just look at the buffs here. But then he kind of lured me into like some fantasy of, you know, that I could just swing on him. So I went with some siege on him, and I thought it would come out very nice. You can see he's got that Queen Boudica fully awakened. And let's look at his mounted horse HP. 11. I think he's got some flats on there, some stuff that I'm not seeing. But anyways, I thought I'd come out really well because I saw these defensive siege buffs on the previous hit, and I saw what he did to me, and I thought I'd come away. I thought I would maybe lose 350 and take 550 from him, but quite the opposite. So he came away very nicely on defense, and props to him. I've told our server they got a couple really good guys, and he's one of them to watch out for. So anyways, let's go into Battlefield. This was Wednesday's Battlefield. Today, luckily, was better, but it was still bad. So here I switch wall generals, and you can see the reports. I'll go into them just to show you guys a little bit. There's not too much to see other than the summary, and you can just see that they continue to scout and scout, and they're not overly impressive, but it's better than the guy just getting a money shot and killing my two. Like this started when I was at 3 billion. I switched generals. And as you can see, I really only have small troops left and mostly only ground. And they obviously can't figure out what's going on because they just keep attacking me, keep scouting. And they're like, why is this 1 billion guy continuing to stand up? And they're just equal trades. But these are extra defenses that I'm getting, extra points, extra. I think I exhausted all the rune stones and lucky stones, and ended up. I think I got like 33, 34,000. Our team was around 120 probably, maybe higher. Currently, we have 4 people who will be in All-Stars, one other in Major League, and then one who's kind of borderline Major League Elite, and then one who's kind of borderline Elite Junior. I looked up the stats for him today, and I was like, hey man, like you're at like 8-10 and really close to getting to the higher league. Like you got to step it up today, and he did. He got 15K, and that should solidify him getting in the elite league. So that is nice. And anyways, now I can't remember what ends up happening. So that's the one. So this one was the money one. He ended up winning that one. So it's good that I kind of see my limits and I can kind of see where, like, obviously that one I should have just been like, okay, I've taken enough time to ghost, right? So the reports are down here if you just want to see them. So I'm at 750. Really, I should be dying there, right? And I just have flats on, so my percentages look low, and they're like, But if you look, I have T9 and down, and really only ground and a little bit of range, and not much, but you can see they're doing the job and they're killing. So I'm going to be really adding a lot more lower layers so that this works even better at the end of the battle. But I'm liking the experiment so far. And for those of you, there's a difference between me as a T1 trap, because I'm 17 billion, and someone who's 2 billion. So the 2 billion guy, he can actually prepare and know exactly what troops he's going to have remaining at the end of the battle. Me, I'm kind of at the discretion, the liability of the attackers throughout the battle. Like they kind of get to choose what troops I'm going to have at the end when I switch generals. But it almost always seems to be siege and ground. So knowing that, I did bulk up on all ground flats and a little bit of horse because I am going to be adding 500 million low level horses, not necessarily all T1s, and hopefully they start to stay alive at the end. But if I notice they're all dead and I just have ground, then I'm definitely going to switch those horse flat ones to ground ones because I might as well just fully beef up. And if you do the math on T1s, I calculated all of my buffs that I have, and it brings them right up to being T9, T10s. And obviously you have hundreds of millions of them, where you don't have that at the T9, T10 level. So it makes it really strong. Anyways, wanted to show some reports on that. I also did get lucky, and I reinforced some people when we were just going for points at the end, just kind of stuck in, did the old... hey, let me level up a general here. And my Boudica is now 36. And that means I can start to do some specialties. So we're definitely going to be doing that and getting her up. I can probably get her right now almost maybe all the way to orange on there for the horse HP. And then it'll take a couple months. So this All-Star, she won't be ready for the final spec. But the All-Star in the spring, hopefully the game meta doesn't change, and it's still really good to have her as the main wall general. So who knows? Anyways, Genghis, let me know how your guys' SVS and Battlefield is going. A bonus tip for anybody, if you're trying to make All-Stars, get that little extra jump on, take a look at buildings and just speed. Send some troops. We have guys, I've told guys, I'm like, yo, send to the throne. No one's doing anything with it. And you get 80 points a minute. And if you can hold that just for like 15, 20 minutes, that's 1,600 points right there. And that could be the difference. So anyways, Genghis, like, subscribe, leave a comment.